Abuse Tansana fe yedin koma hodo na Salam Mustapha aye National Youth Organizer de ma NPP amanyoko no. Na mra na ye kwakwato aba aye 2024 general election no. Wade nsema odo bi betu dwa wo chese se NPP amanyoko no nim kunimpa wa abato na etum de ne ono ankasa no obeku ne ho anase bibi etisa nsem no ebe deja e wo Ghana no se dodo na so hyehye bobebre se ono kura no ye usi eto aba ne wie na so ono so NPP amanyoko na enya kura no ono so betimi etu akwakotena Togo aye lawyer Morisampa ono so kasa nsem na engofo bebre na ka kansem nsem bebre but ye to aba ne wie safo na so yen hyeda ehwo system so monya kotogo no anaso monya kotogo no mode so man mu ana bibi etesa nya hu ye bere na be kire na Salam Mustapha dia betu dwa wo che se sa ensem no de betu dwa na nyina no se MPP amanyoko no o mi so nko opposition na se nko ku no hu anka gofo be dia abra ho anti no kunne wanya nko no ho o de nchemu pi na dia to dwa afa MPP amanyoko no kwan wo do mefa so ahyehye ama amanyoko no so agina ne 9 kromaso na 2028 o watia sa aba aba mo bi no de nchemu pi na dia to edwa abusia yanko ne tie Salam Mustapha National Youth Organizer Edema NPP amanyoko ne ba ye ba be chance na ye de hu nkomo.
I've heard a lot of things, but meet me and fun to get.
But they say because
I will live to the glory of God and look, what we did in opposition,
yes.
And got the NPP back in 2016.
Yes.
Many times too.
But for the sake of credibility and the credibility of your promises going forward, you should kill yourself.
So you got my funeral. And what will you say? But that's the level of confidence
you had in your preparations for
yes, and I wanted my party people to know that look, we are not down. And Obi, do you honestly think that if the results was close, would have easily let go? Do you think?
Easily let go meaning what?
Would have just let it go like that?
But what would you have done? Say you closed, I'm gonna lose. What would you have done?
I'm not sure they would have lost if the results were close.
You would have overturned results?
Not overturned. Look, if the results were if our numbers were going to turn out, we're going to win.
Like Munko for the PA beto aba. And I said operation go say go TV.
Yes, and I'm saying
how did they turn out?
I can't say it on.
Want to mean can radio so. Among for now resources so. Go TV, the all the resources there. It is a Go TV now. Yeah, is amount for. Then you'll be saying transportation. Man, one. Also transportation. All the money. Regional Youth Organizer. I'm a canon, sir. You know,
these are the issues that the committee should put in perspective. The hin and a buying from so. The hin a party from so. How do we correct them and how do we
move forward? And I think one of those on the bit about proposals in reforming party, no, there was a mibusana mejewa drink say what are the proposals for you as regional and national youth organizer who is going forward? There was a party, no, it to me implement at least from the perspective of the youth wing. Yeah. Even before we come there, no. Overseer contesting national youth organizer position in the
they be my bro age no.
Age near like 40.
Yes.
After 40, won't mean contesting national youth organizer.
Me 41.
That's the policy in the NPP.
Yes. Oh, the constitution is very clear.
It won't mean court national youth organizer bill.
Maybe.
Okay. So now can opportunity. The emphasis will be 38 and now say 37 and can be looking at how this election turned out.
It will depend on near party for the catch me. In fact, Obi, me call round. I'm going to tour the existing regions.
Okay.
Yes. Maintenance and your radio so keke. The very promise I made that I'm going to be an operational national youth organizer. I'll go back to the ground.
Overseeing call round.
Yes.
Going to do what?
You know, let's rebuild our party. You know, let's have conversations. Debbie, me a party ba.
And as I say, I'm aware for obedi 42, no.
Yeah.
you would want to look at another position, Biana, in another elective position.
For now, me imagine on
Undecided.
what next to do. I am focused on the reorganization of the party. The youth who are disappointed, how do we assuage the pain? That is my preoccupation for now. How do we get them back FM, to the fold? How do we start to, build a new vehicle, build a new ship to head on the show? Any preoccupation for now. Yeah, party now you confirm them in a position where, look, you come and meet the same results. If we do not attend properly to the issues that afflicted us and got us loose.
There was one allegation I read, said, in the youth wing, NMO officers across the country, some people contested and won leadership positions, polling station, electoral area, constituency, region, national. When they won, rather than some better than higher Jumano, some of them, you guys facilitated for them to get scholarships. It took I'm a year Juma and Nunti, Omukojina elections. What do you say about that? Was it a problem? And any problem now?
No problem, but and also no problem. A problem.
You think so?
It's a problem.
When officers are working in absentia?
No, but people stepped in. But a problem. Honestly. Imagine, say, National Youth Organizer now, sorry, I go America saying we compare green card. What I say, it will create a problem. Yes. No doubt about it.
Yeah, but you allowed elected party officers to leave.
No, but they don't come and tell you that I'm going. No, what America just say, Commander General, NPP, the America contrast of 2 years. Nobody will come and tell you that. Because me too quiet about me call ABCD aba. Never crack ako. Or some baby obeying. There's nothing you can do than to get people to replace. And I saw a number of it.
You went into the election on a lame horse. The party being the horse was lame.
I won't say lame.
Either some officers who were supposed to work for you didn't believe in what you believed in. They didn't think the election could be won.
Election, there are only two outcomes. You win or you lose.
You understand this now? Obinim call for resources, so they will keep it.
Yeah, I'm sure even in the NDC, there were some who were doubtful of their victory. Yes. Normal.
Normal.
Yes.
Which two policy reform proposals say partner say Fabra or Debeko, at least from the youth wing?
Obi, look, a lot of it I can't say on radio. But I don't want another
youth organizer to go through that. Okay.
What a lot of people don't know, Sami Oku, a national youth organizer. In fact, some of these things they are writing, they are taxed, being poured on me. Yeah. Some were poured on Sami Oku. I'm sure you remember some of the things they wrote about Sami Oku. But at the end of the day, we were able to build an iconic youth leader in Sami Oku. You understand?
FM.
When I was deputy to Sami, for the 4 years we stayed in the youth wing, the only money that we ever got from Central Party was 5,000 cedis.
For 4 years?
For 4 years.
It is not more raising more resources?
Yes. And from then till now, it's the same thing. I was raising my own resources. There was no dedicated funding for the youth wing.
From the national party and even from the campaign, from the national campaign.
From party, there was no allocated resource for the youth wing. So you, the national youth leader, you have to ensure that you are able to raise resources. But one of the problems we faced in this election was donor fatigue.
Okay.
Nkrofa
Mesika
at the point they were tired. And also some of the people I kept running to, others were also running to them. And at the point they were saturated. Yeah. One of the proposals I want to make is that there should be an operational fund for the youth wing.
Okay.
I'm speaking specifically for the youth wing. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have said maybe the organizing wing in general. Because look, me be on the phone is here. Some of the constituency youth organizers on person program no money. Some I was able to support, some I couldn't support.
Wow.
Okay, Obi, I have here receipt. You can see my name on it. You can see my name on it.
Yeah.
Me Sika 705,000 to motorbikes. 705,000. Yes.
Wow, personal money.
Yes.
So how do you plan to recoup that money?
I can't recoup. There's no
7 billion.
Yes.
That's all city 7 billion.
Yes.
Only to motorbikes.
Yes.
And the Salam Oscar.
The Miniska. Because at the point I ran to the finance minister, he supported Dr. Aminanta.
Yeah.
God bless him.
I was saying finance minister and
okay, so my sister Abna, sorry.
Yes, deputy finance minister.
Yeah, Yamishano answer Samuel Kunyamishano. Kojo Ponkruma and Dr. Lulu.
Kojo Ponkruma and Lulu. Okay.
Yeah. God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. I don't have enough words to express my gratitude. One walk, Greater Accra.
Yeah.
You know how it was funded? It wasn't the party that gave me money to do it. So I want the party to dedicate funding because
for operations for the operations,
youth wing. Young guys. How do you expect them? Obi ejuma you know, 100,000 ejuma. Over 100,000. You have done nothing.
A best within one day.
If you give me 100,000, you have done nothing. 100,000 ejuma. To go around this country, to tour the 16 regions, Obi, I need not less than 500,000.
Oh, one tour around
one
there.
Tour. 500. That's 500,000 cedis.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, since I became national youth organizer, on my own, I've toured this country 3 times. Is it 3? 3.
Some of them 5 times.
Before we started the campaign. So it tells you the amount of resources that has gone in.
And a fund for the operations of the youth wing.
Young guys.
A major
school. He hasn't done, much. He has interest in politics. He has contested and won as constituency youth organizer. How do you want the person to
fund party activities?
Yes.
Okay. Indeed, that's a critical point. Or number 2 proposal is because of time, indeed. Or number 2 for the youth wing.
It's a controversial one. I'll give that one. Controversial. I'll keep that one.
Keep that one. And we'll discussing.
We'll discuss it. Okay. I'm sure the committee will call me.
Yeah.
So,
now they will propose.
I'll put. There are some things that need to be done. But ab initio, one thing I will propose, maybe number 2.
Number 2.
I think all deputy positions should become elective.
That's for the youth or across. More deputies, more appointed you. But it often said, elections don't necessarily bring out the best until you use the appointment of deputies to balance the scale.
Yes, 2014 I took the same position and I was told the same thing. And I disagreed in 2014. And today I disagree.
Okay.
Because my position is that when you go around and you campaign, it gives you some authority.
Okay.
Than when you are appointed.
Yeah. That's true. And
no, and the guys, Edu. Obi, this party, NPP, we are titans. We are fighters. We are gladiators. We are giants. We'll come back. And I implore the youth of the party and all the establishment, opposition Ayakwe, the very people who are going to bring this party back into office is the youth. I don't want a situation where bring this party into power. Then people from nowhere will come and be taking appointments. And that's why I like a lot of the appointments JM has done for the NDC. Reward loyalty. Some of the guys are minimum a year Juma 2016 never got job till we lost.
For 8 years.
For 8 years. I can mention some of them by name. Obi, there are some controversial things that I have done in this country. Controversial things that have happened. That some of our people involved, somewhat, they were not placed.
Asempa FM.
And I think that, look, when we go and risk our lives and we do such operations, never should it go unrewarded.
Right, I was any quoting a national youth organizer, the NPP Amanyoko no Salam Mustapha, the name and a Chaguyan, your chance na fee, and some who are there to Jano, your Diho and Como. With a crab.
You say, O Kanawa, Etienne or Sebi baby, uncle, and man call Uncle Yakakabism. Theory said Mustapha, no, I think they were taken by surprise because. We have some man now, you know that. I mean, so send we are see the baby me and you. Sana Cocoye or no say. Some of be an uncle for dear China was if you and you only been on the petty as up a t-shirt as any sign in my name. Uncle Shankwasi Boshe and a Bua comes in Tino. On us, if you don't crubium, no more better as Yamania. I don't know a bit. In the visit channel, wash up was a buku. You know, so one corner I correct in one. At least Yano, they more credibility and they say, oh, Cassam Cassi will be and for serious. Yes, any other idea, you know, any other idea, all the political personalities and all political parties say about to a and Yama be in the womb. Sometimes what you say, what didn't we and so go no. Nay, we do that. It's any foot from Mobia.
Right, I was here for I don't check comment section as if I am a cramo.